defended when he needed to, attack when he needed to. My man Džeko gets a goal. I thought the game was going to be very tight today. I said before the game, I just fancied Inter to do it a little bit, but I didn't expect them to blow away like that. They were great, they really was.
Out of interest, where do you stand on this celebrate, don't celebrate the first leg result debate?
I go back to your point. It feels like they're at home. So they maybe wouldn't have done that away from home. Better depth. If the starting 11 of Milan is not there, no Leao, Benacer left, it's not the same team, I'm sorry. And anything can happen because anything can happen in a derby, as we talked about. But Inter is a better team.
Did you expect Inter to be so expansive today, though?
Yeah.
Like the way
they
that...
do.
I thought we should be more cautious because AC Milan looked like they was a little bit nervous.
Their wing backs are always high and wide to try to obviously use the width of the field, and they do that against any team. It's not like a Man City way of possessing the ball. We all know that, but when they go and put pressure, the wing back are really high and in putting pressure. Di Marco and Dumfries, as you said, was magnificent tonight. But even on the ball, they are the guys that are high and wide for them, so they have a certain way of playing, and I just think that in depth they are a better team.
You may not have expected Inter to be as expansive as they were, but you did expect Edin Džeko to have an impact.
Of course! I've been telling you now. I'm an analyst now. You give me the other day, you know what I mean? All this joking meeks now. I'm a serious pundit, Kay. So I'll take you through the first goal.
Go for it.
Roll red, please. 37 years. Guide it. Just, stroke it. It was an absolutely brilliant finish. Really was.
What's he like as a teammate?
He is
the man.
Brilliant. He's the nicest guy ever. I went to go see him in Milan. I think it was about 18 months ago now. We had a talk about, rewind.
This is the remix.
We reminisced about the good times at Man City because, you know what it is? He's had it hard. He's had it hard because when people talk about Man City, everyone talks about Aguero, everyone loved Balotelli, everyone loved Tevez, but Džeko was always second fiddle. But you remember in the big game, last game of the season, OK, we had the Aguero moment.
He came a big... I remember.
Džeko come from a corner, he scored exactly important goal for the team. He goes to Roma, everyone thought he was finished, he scored a lot of goals there, and he's still doing it at Inter.
So was he one of you, like, the people you really got to know at Manchester City? You were close with one of the foreign players?
Yeah, me and him spent a lot of time on the bench before he started. I knew what was coming. I know you too well, Jamie.
We're that good on this show now. He knows the punchline before they're coming. Honestly.
That was good. OK, let's take a look at 2-0 then, because that one came quickly after. Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Waiting for the goalkeeper.
I think he wanted to open it, but you know what? When you score, you're always right.
Yeah, I suppose. I think it always helped when he lifted it, though.
Yeah, but...
It doesn't matter. It went in. It went in.
Could have been 3 or more, Jamie.
Yeah, should have been a different moment. We talk about home advantage, how big it was, but they were the home team. They've got their own supporters there. They'd be sick with the result, but it could have been a lot worse. And the closer you get to the second leg, the more they'll feel better about themselves. In that,
why?
Because they'll feel like it's the end of the world. And then the closer I get to that game, my thought process would be that game's not going to finish 0-0 the second leg. It can't. AC Milan can't allow that to happen because eventually they'll throw that many men forward and somebody has to get the first goal. That's the only mentality I would have as an AC Milan player or coach was somebody has to get the first goal in the second leg. If it goes 3-0, OK, it's done. We're finished. If we get it, it's game on. It's like we're right back into it and it can go either way. You'd have the momentum of getting the first goal. So it looks terrible. They were completely outclassed for a lot of that game, but it's not completely over.
OK, so Inter thought that they should have had a penalty when Martinez was brought down in the box. I think in this studio, unanimously, pretty much everybody was comfortable that it wasn't given as a penalty.
I mean, the actual contact, there's nothing there. There's a touch on the jersey with the outstretched arm in desperation from the defender. It's brilliant skill initially from Martinez, but that is one of the big strengths of VAR. So at times we're critical of officials and the VAR. And I think if you were watching that as a referee in normal time at full speed, a lot of people may have given a penalty. You see 2 defenders almost sandwich a strike.
Your friend on BT Sport tonight said that technically it should have stood.
What should have?
So Stevie G's a clown?
Penalty.
No, I meant really.
Stevie, where are you?
Stevie, there was contact. There was contact there. There was a little bit of contact. It's never a penalty. Never a penalty.
You were targeting someone else with that comment, were you?
No, I mean, our friends back in England.
Don't know.
Who cover the Champions League, not as well as us.
Tell you what, let's go over to Christina, Uncle, because you've gone a little bit red over there. I'm going to help you out. Yeah, you're blushing?
Why?
Do you feel awkward?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
Christina's on my side, aren't you, Christina? Are you with me or Stevie Gerrard, Christina?
I am glad to say I am not a clown, and I am with Jamie on this one. So
Thank you, Christina.
That clown status here.
So I guess the question from me is, Christina, is it a big enough error for VAR to overturn an incident like that? You said no.
No, I wholeheartedly agree. You know, with the referee in the nick of time, right? The referee Manzano here is looking straight at it. And same thing, my initial instinct was he either got clipped, by KR there, the left leg, or there was an actual grab and a hold. That was my first instinct. When I took a look at the video replay, which is what the VAR here did, and the Spanish team did, it's very clear that there was no lower body contact. Martinez really sells this, right? There's, I think, a bit of a, surprise by all how he spinned out of that initial play and got that access. But this VAR recommendation is what football expects, right? So when we talk about this line of intervention of where VAR can recommend a clear and obvious error, which should be a high threshold, and in UEFA, it is a high threshold. It's one of the highest in the world based on all the leagues that I cover. This still fits within that category because nobody wants this to be a penalty kick, let alone whether it's 0-0, whether it's 2-0 in a semifinal of a Champions League. This does not rise to a clear and obvious penalty. Great recommendation. And as you saw the referee, he took 2 seconds, took a look at the play. He probably communicated to the VAR and said, hey, I have a grab, a hold, and a pull. And the video clearly shows there was no grab and hold. It was only merely a hand placement on the rib cage, and it wasn't even a full twist. So with that, I like this VAR recommendation, and I think it's acceptable.
Yeah, we probably all agree on that, would you say, Jamie?
No, I'd agree with that. There's one thing, Christina, I want to ask you about. Are you winding me up?
No, he hadn't
stop
finished.
Laughing.
No, he wanted to say something.
Sorry, Christina. The thing I wanted to not so much pull you up on there is that the thing I don't like about VAR, and I'm an advocate of VAR, and I think it was fantastic there tonight with the penalty. But when we talk about what Kate asked you, was it a big enough mistake? This frustrates me about VAR because who decides how big a mistake something is? Because we all see it differently. So this threshold for an official to, okay, we don't think it's a penalty, but it's not that much of a mistake, so we'll stick with the referee. That's a big frustration with me for VAR. For me, it's either you feel it's a penalty or it's not.
And understandably so, it's going to come down to being subjective, right? No matter how much football tries to create for the referees, black and white, our game is super subjective. There's so much gray into it. So where the happening comes from, taking the majority of the referees and saying, how do we eliminate and minimize subjectivity, because it will always exist, is through training, video clip analysis. Here, the UEFA referees, right, are taken with clip analysis, shown this is a mistake, this isn't a mistake, here's your threshold. So it really comes down to training. And you have to remember, many of these officials are coming from their domestic professional leagues into a UEFA league, and there is a little bit more of a perspective of a higher threshold. So I agree with you, Jamie, because I can tell you Premier League is different from Serie A Calcio League, right, with the AIA, which is different from, any of the other leagues that we talk about, Bundesliga being of a higher threshold. So I agree with you, but we'll always have some subjectivity. It's about minimizing how much of that is. And here, if the referee tells the VAR, I saw this, and the video clearly doesn't show that, then whether or not the VAR thinks it's a mistake or not, that means he knows that the referee did not see exactly what he thought he saw, and that would be grounds for sending down the video.
Christina, can I ask you about Krunic, the punch in the second half? He was already on a yellow card also. What were your thoughts on that, please?
Saying, hey, it was just my natural arm swing of a movement. The reality is this is an arm, it's a swing, it's a clinch fist. There's no reason to penalty, right? I think that's the missed VAR recommendation. The referee will never have this angle based upon where the referee's positioned, and more importantly, where the drop zone is with the ball. He is focused upon where the ball is about to drop. He won't be focused off the ball. This, I think, should have been a red card at the minimum, a penalty, whether or not Hrnić is already on a yellow card. So I think here they got away with one.
Christina, it's always wonderful to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you all well.
All right, we're going to go to a very quick break. We've got more to come still for you. We'll bring you interviews, highlights, analysis, a deep dive into a tactical analysis by Thierry and Jamie after the break. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to London. Well, we've got more Champions League coverage coming up for you, but before we're going to get you up to speed on the growing CBS Sports football portfolio. This is now our third full season covering the Champions League here from London, and the response has been so good that a few weeks ago we launched the CBS Sports Golazo network, which streams for free. I'm going to explain more about that in a second. First, though, let me take you behind the scenes of our unique football wake-up show, Morning Footy. Yep, agree. Susanna is right. The CBS Sports Golazo network is simply everything that a football fan could ask for. Games, news, interviews, yes, lots of laughs as well. And here is the very best part of all of that. The Golazo network streams for free. Here's how you can find it. It is available on the CBS Sports app. Again, all you have to do, download that for free. It's also available on Pluto TV. It's easy to find there and navigate to. Yes, it's also for free there. And of course, it's also available to anybody who subscribes to Paramount Plus as well.
24 hours. Surely you got time for big meeks, no? My personality, my resume. You gotta get me in there, no?
If you want to work more, speak to Pete.
Okay, I want.
You want to get over there with them?
Well, why not?
Who's the swap? Who do we want the other coming the other way?
Do we get to pick?
Who would you pick, Kate?
Wait, are we talking about from that crew?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pick Charlie.
Oh! I'm gonna pick Charlie.
Thierry, who are you going for?
I'm keeping Micah.
Oh!
Oh!
Who are you picking, Jamie?
The comedian fella. What's his name?
Alexis.
Alexis. We follow each other on Instagram.
Okay, listen, we're going to take you out to Milan again because the score of Inter's first goal tonight, Edin Džeko, Micah's boy, is with Peter Schmeichel.
Well, congratulations. That was a majestic win and maybe, incredible fast start, and you scored after 8 minutes. Tell me, what was that like?
Yeah, first of all, nice to see you. Even you wouldn't save that, huh?
No, that was a good goal.
Yeah, I mean, we started very well, knowing that Milan is a good team, but we know what we are capable of, and we started very aggressive. Tried to go high 1 against 1, and we were lucky to score these two early goals, and then I think we tried to dictate the game. We were a little bit unlucky not to score the third one, but we are happy with 2.
And just looking ahead to Tuesday, you think you've done enough tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we still played away. Obviously, like I said before, probably we could have scored another goal, which probably would be better for the second leg. But we are happy with the 2-0, knowing that on the paper we played away games, so we have experienced team. We won the first game, and I think in the second game we will get there even more, give him even more for that final.
And just one final one. We've got Michael Richards back in the studio, and when he saw that you were starting the game and not Lukaku, he said, "Oh, it's my best friend. He will score." Is he your best friend?
He's not my best friend, but he's my friend.
Yeah.
He's my friend.
You got a message for him?
Yeah. Just hopefully to see you in the final, Micah.
They'll be here on Tuesday.
On Tuesday he'll be here, so I'll see you next week here, and yeah.
Well, good luck. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You see what I mean? Everyone loves big
This
meeks.
is really friends. I was.
But the best, not best of friends, but we're
But
friends,
even, I'll see you next week, and
Well, Peter Schmeichel has caught up with another play for us, with Fikayo Tomori. We're all terrified of saying this name now. What if I said it wrong?
Oh my
you
God.
were good. You were good.
No, you was perfect.
Fikayo Tomori.
Let's listen in.
Carol, so a very, very disappointing evening for you guys. What went wrong for you?
Yeah, I think, as you said, a disappointing evening. I think the first half or the first 20 minutes is where, the course of the game kind of, went, and we didn't get into our game quick enough, and I think we allowed them to kind of pick up second balls and win the duels early on. And, even when the game started, it was going to be difficult. 2-0 down within, I don't know, it's 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, it gets more difficult. Obviously we're disappointed tonight because we wanted to take a positive result going into the second leg. But, we know that we can play better, I think. And I think we have to look at that and say, we can play better. And, we had many half chances today. And, if we make the most of those half chances or make better chances, then I'm sure we can score. So I think going into the second leg, we have to know that and prepare for that. But tonight we're disappointed.
So when you say.
All right, welcome along. Good to hear from Fikayo on our show again. Always a pleasure. We've come up to the board because you guys are going to break down the goals that we saw tonight in a little bit more detail. You're going to start with something you spotted on the first goal, Thierry.
Yes, because I was in the national team of Belgium on offensive set pieces. So the first thing that you do, you look at where the big men are on corners. So those are the big men. Giroud, Kerr, and Hernandez. And I invite you to look at the one that they conceded in the league. Okay? Same thing. You try to avoid the big men. The big men are there. I bring you back up there on the first one. What they're trying to do now, how do we avoid them? So you saw where they are. How do we avoid them? You can see here, Bastoni is blocking on the front post. I also invite you to do and see, what Bastoni is going to do on Kalulu here to try to take him away, to free, again, follow me, Lautaro Martinez here and Lautaro Martinez there. This is in the league. This is tonight. What you're trying to do, again, I repeat, you avoid the big man. You're going to see here, Acerbi is going to go front post, Dumfries is going to go second post, as you would do, and your big man, Edin Džeko, is going to stay inside with Calabria. Never go and meet the big guys. That's what I would have said. And at the end of the day, what they were trying to do, they were trying to find Lautaro Martinez. You will see. It's the same thing. They did it differently, attacking the outside of the 6-yard box, pinning them in the 6-yard box, moving that guy that was blocking, as you're going to see later on, with Lautaro Martinez, moving Kalulu with Bastoni. Now we're going to roll it slowly, and you will see what I mean. He's going to take him away so Lautaro Martinez can step out from the free. Ball is going to come. Now, roll it. And you will see, ball was supposed to go once again, just like in the league. Pose on the head of Lautaro Martinez. But this time, he mishit it. But the big man, clever as he is, do not go and battle with guys that are like you. You have a little guy on you, muscle him out, guide it into the box. Next thing you know, 1-0 here. It stayed 1-0 in the league, 1-0 down here. After the way you started, this is how you want to start a derby in a semi-final. You got done twice on the same corner in a different way. To free one man that he hit the ball with his head, Lautaro Martinez, and now, obviously, he didn't. But Džeko scored. You cannot start a game like that. You have to do your due diligence on the corner. Inter did, Milan didn't. Let it roll. Almost at the same time, ball goes in. You can celebrate. That's not good enough. Not at this level. I'm sorry.
So would you say the centre-backs in that near position, they need to move further across? Because they all seem to be doing the same job at that near post.
What I'm trying to say is, as a guy that works on the set pieces, as I said, you're trying to avoid that to make sure that the ball goes there. Olivier Giroud will win that every day. Kerr will win that every day. And we talked about it off air with Jamie. You basically have the best header of the ball away from the action. So I don't know what they should have done and what they would have done. All I know is they stayed in the same system and got done by the same corner. Done in a different way. They find the guy in a different way. But if you look at it and you pose it at the same time, Lautaro Martinez is the exact same spot, the big man away from the goal, and Džeko battling on the second one tonight against Calabria. It's not good enough. You can't concede a goal like that twice against the same team and you stayed in the same system.
You've taken a deeper look at the second goal of the night as well, Jamie.
Yeah, and what's interesting is we don't often see two strikers playing up, real centre-forwards up against an opposition's back four, and that's what Inter Milan did tonight, and This comes from AC Milan. Goalkeeper goes long with the ball. I just want to highlight what I'm talking about in terms of 2 strikers v 2 centre-backs. So there's a turnover in possession, and straight away you see the 2 strikers for Inter Milan, Džeko and Martinez, up against the 2 centre-backs of AC Milan. Now it almost becomes a man-marking system. You don't normally come up against 2 strikers, there's normally 1. But watch, the run from Džeko is fantastic. Stop there, right away. Your 2 centre-backs, where you would normally, in a zonal system, you would have 1 here, and Edin Tomori would be there. But because they're almost going man-to-man, because they've got 2 strikers, they end up right behind each other. That space, gaping hole, is there for the midfield runner. Again, because of a sort of man-marking system. Tonali loses his man, Mkhitaryan, who makes that run off him. But, as I said, the way I was brought up as a centre-back, we played zonal. AC Milan, the man we spoke to before the game, Paolo Maldini, played in maybe the most famous zonal back four you could ever see. And if you stuck to that, and maybe they were playing against 1 striker, your other centre-back would be there, and that space wouldn't be there. But that was the role of the 2 strikers for Inter Milan, move the centre-backs all over the place. They end up in poor positions. The space is there for Mkhitaryan. He makes that run, finishes fantastically well. But again, that is the strength of having 2 centre-forwards against 2 centre-backs. And me being a centre-back, we were lucky. We're not used to playing against 2 strikers anymore. Thierry will know that. You play with Dennis Bergkamp, he would drop off. But the days of playing up against 2 is, are long gone. And maybe now, when you do that, centre-backs are not used to it. They don't know how to handle it. And certainly on the evidence tonight, that was the case with AC Milan.
All right, interesting. Good stuff. Thank you, guys. So we're going to go to another quick break. We've still got loads more to come for you as we break down tonight's Champions League action. We'll be right back after a short one.
Rossoneri and Nerazzurri reignite this historic rivalry.
What a time to be alive. What a game this is going to be.
Cancellanoglu curled in toward the 6. Džeko! Simply stunning. A goal worthy of the moment. One of the big decisions made by Inzaghi, and it pays off handsomely. Marked by Calabria, squared in for Lautaro. Leaves it for Mkhitaryan. Oh! It's a dream start for Inter. One-way traffic in San Siro. Inter ran riot on their stadium rivals. And they set themselves up brilliantly for the second leg right here next week.
If I was king for the day, I'd make Kate's outfit the new Manchester United kit.
I can't afford this.
Get rid of the away goal. Champions League is being played out. Hold on,
King,
let me
really
explain,
sorry
please.
for.
I'm the king. Pipe down with you.
I contacted the King of Belgium and he's given me permission to award you Kevin De Bruyne's phone number.
I'll introduce consequences for the referee. They'll be suspended for a month or maybe a year, and in some cases for life.
2025, that is the next available spot for a Champions League final. We're going to go to Vegas, baby. Roberto getting us all table service at the clubs.
Yes.
Jamie by the pool getting burned. I can see it now.
Me all oiled up all nice.
That I do not want to see. No, thank you. Welcome back to London, everybody. As I'm sure most of you know, we have just had a 3-day coronation weekend here in Great Britain. But if you thought the ancient rituals and gilded pageantry was done, you would be wrong. He already has a statue outside the Emirates, and now Thierry Henry gets the biggest honour of them all. He is our king for a day.
Yes.
Crown tilted to the side.
My king.
You know,
tip.
King Jaffa. Come to America. I always wanted to look like him. My man. My man.
Raheem, who's semi?
Okay.
Hello, my neighbours.
What's the next line?
Well,
No.
no, you can't go there. Guys, don't take
What
my
have you
moment.
got for us, Thierry? Sorry.
To be, because as a proper king, you need to have paper to make sure that you can, have your rules ready.
Okay.
Always ready.
Style.
So if I was king for the, is that what are you?
Yes, go ahead. You're doing it.
Do I have to say it? No, I don't have to say it. I do whatever I want, right?
Yeah, you
Like I always do anyway.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you like that? No, wait, hang on a minute. So, first rule. When a team refuses to play, time wasting, kicking the ball out, referee can give a free kick. Just like in rugby, if a team refuses to play, You can have a free kick 25 yards away from goal. You put the ball wherever you want. That will force a team to play.
What's your class as playing?
Well, not kick the ball in the stand and whatever, or pretending, to play. Just play football. That's my rule. That's how I like it.
So get rid of the dark arts.
Yeah, or the kicking the ball and not trying to play or pretending to try to play a player. No, like in rugby, when the referee feels like the team is pretending to go forward without a real purpose, free kick for the other team.
Oh, interesting.
Strikers view
Okay,
that, isn't it?
thank you.
You'll be out of a job.
Second, one more point if a team scores more than 3 goals in a game. It doesn't matter what the result is. So if you score 3 goals,
So
one more
forfeit
point.
a win.
You get a point every goal.
No. If you score 3 goals in the game, like for example the 5-3 of at the weekend, Leicester-Fulham. Leicester would have had the point, although they lost. They scored 3 goals.
What if you get 7?
Oh.
Well, hey, come on, 2 points. And then you get and you get the. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're following me. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, well, listen. Is that too much?
No.
Okay, thank you. No.
Have you got any idea for defenders?
I don't really care. No, I know you would have. No, third one, and that's a big one for me. Referees have to come after the game and talk to the press.
Yes. I like
Please.
We all want that.
And wear a mic. Also, I want to hear what you say because they're not that polite sometimes. I wasn't also at times, but they are not sometimes polite. So please, can you explain your mistake or how great you were? And we would like to tell you how great you were sometimes or how bad you were, like people used to tell us.
Would you have more respect for them then?
Yeah, because I can understand someone explaining that, hey, listen, this is what I saw, I made a mistake. You move on usually. What used to bother me, and I'm sure the same with you, is when you don't have an explanation. They just go and hide, and I know they're getting punished after, but can we hear about it?
Did Thierry Henry ever make a mistake?
Oh, so many times, man. But it's how you bounce and how you stand after,
My man.
Oh, Fourth one, let's be serious here. Sporting director or whoever at the club that's in charge of recruiting players, you have to do and make your research and do your due diligence. What I mean by that is you don't buy a house without visiting it. You go in the morning, you go at night, you hear the noise, and I've seen so many players arriving places without anyone knowing if they could adapt at a place. So I give an example for an American people will understand what I'm saying. Coach Popovich, the coach of San Antonio Spurs, went to spend 2 weeks with Tim Duncan on the Virgin Islands, close to Puerto Rico, if you don't know where it is, to make sure that it was going to be the right fit for the Spurs because it was going to be the franchise player. So I think it's important that when you bring a guy to Newcastle, for example, and you're like, oh, he didn't adapt. Well, did you speak to him? Do you know what he's about? Do you know his background? It's not only about playing football sometimes. People need to adapt also at a place. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you think producers should do that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, producers, yeah.
This is why we know the chemistry we have,
Okay.
They did their due diligence, sorry. Let's go back. Okay, so this one I think
What was
is...
the sporting director like at Monaco?
Let's go back to the next one. Next one. Micah, what are you doing? Thank you. Subs for injury. And I know some people are debate that one, but that's mine. For example, if there is a head injury and the player is outside of the field, you can be sometimes playing with 10 men. And when the doctor goes and see that player, sometimes you need to give him the time to assess the player. Is he okay? Is he not a concussion? But you also don't want to rush it because sometimes the coach will say, is he okay? And you don't maybe assess the player well. So I think it will be nice if it can be a sub coming on for that moment. If the player is okay, he can come back. And you don't want to stop the game also because if the player is out, because if he's on the field, you have to stop the game. I'm talking when the player is out and suddenly we're playing with 10 men and the doctor is like rushing it instead of assessing the player well. So a player can come on and come out with that player.
I agree.
Just for that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What you said before about the dark arts, the head injury or protocol now, do you think certain teams and players are taking advantage of that rule now where the game has to stop if someone goes down with a head injury?
Let's all be honest, and this is a special thing that I'm going to say, and we would have done it. If it's 91st minute, and then if you hold your heads, I don't know if I would have done it, but if you hold your heads, and we say it sometimes, the ref is going to stop the game. You know that. It is a fact. And hopefully sometime it is true. But I'm just trying to find a way to make sure that you don't stop the game and give time to the doctor properly to assess the situation, and we can still play. Thank you.
Okay.
And then the last one for me, and I'm not gonna,
Last but not least.
No, but I have to,
Oh, the crown's coming off.
Yeah. You have to sometimes.
Can I wear the crown?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, yes.
You can.
Yeah, you can wear it.
And this one, the last one, and I dropped the, allowing Kate to bring a radiator with her because she's always cold.
I like it. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're
Somebody
welcome.
thinking of me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And some cough medicine.
Also.
I've been good for the rest of the show. Yes to the radiators. You lot can all sweat it out. I'll enjoy that. Thierry, that was wonderful.
Thank you.
My king.
Your king.
My
My king. There's only two kings.
Joffer.
King Henry and King Kenny.
About Maldini.
Three.
Treated him like
Three.
royalty
It's
earlier.
4.
Three.
And King Stevie.
Yeah, 4. Yeah. He's a king, not a clown.
All right, we're going to go to a very quick break. We've still got to speak to our good friend Peter Schmeichel. He's out there at the San Siro for us, waiting on us to speak. So we'll go out there in just a minute. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back. Champions League semi-final night. Inter Milan beat AC Milan 2-0 on the night in this first leg of action. One of the key incidents in the game was the fact that Inter thought that they should have had, most of us here in the studio thought was the right decision. Certainly Jamie Carragher earlier on said that it was the right decision and he felt strongly about this one. Take a listen.
And I think anyone out there who's watching the replay and seeing what VAR do and still believe that is a penalty, they must be a clown.
Who are you calling a clown, Jamie? Who is he calling a clown? Oh, well, that's controversial.
Yeah.
Stevie Gerrard feels that they were unlucky to have their penalty claim.
He's an
overturned.
attacking player, isn't he? I mean, he was liable a little bit now and again to go down himself under like a little bit of contact, always contact.
So you're
Never a
retracting
dive.
your statement?
No, but
So you're calling your mate a clown?
I can understand where he's coming from. I can understand what it's just when players in my position who are defenders, you know, other defenders, English defenders who are commentating on the game.
This is the first time I've heard you backtrack.
Wait, where were you going there? Over what?
So defenders, put myself in there. I can understand attackers maybe thinking it's a penalty if you did, but, you know, Stevie was an attacking player, wasn't he? So maybe he felt there was a little bit of contact. But as a defender, we've got to try and stick together, haven't we? And, you know, I just felt some people were getting a little bit carried away, thinking it was, you know,
Name names?
penalty.
Name names?
Rio Ferdinand.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm happy to call him a clown.
Oh, dang. OK.
I don't want a part of this.
No. Leave us out of it, Jamie.
I don't
Leave us out of it.
want a part of this.
We've got one final part coming. We're going to go over to Peter Schmeichel.
Is that the Homer Simpson one?
With Peter Schmeichel. We'll see you in a second. All right, welcome back. One final time, we're going to go out to Milan, to the San Siro this evening, where Peter Schmeichel is standing by. First of all, Peter, I'm so sorry we have kept you waiting. We do appreciate your patience. It's good to talk to you now. I know when we heard from you at half-time, you said, listen, if Milan can pull this back to 2-1, that's a good result. How do you now look at this result for them looking forward to that second leg?
Yeah, it's first of all, let me say, I don't think that Steven Gerrard is a clown. I honestly don't. I think he's such a nice guy. And he's entitled to his opinion, you know. But on that, I have to agree it wasn't a penalty. And I thought it was really, really good. Good refereeing, by the way. He did actually very well today. It was good refereeing to consult the TV monitors and change his opinion. So, and it gave, I said this at half-time, it actually gave AC Milan an opportunity to not, so you get one back on 2-0, you have a chance. If that stood and it would have been 3-0, you know, you don't really have much of a chance in 3-1. But in all fairness, I mean, I haven't seen AC Milan play this bad all season. I haven't. And you come to this point here in the Champions League, everything is at stake, and you come out and perform the way that they did in the first 20 minutes. That simply isn't good enough for a Champions League semi-final, and they got penalised for that. And if they do a similar thing on Tuesday, of course they don't have a chance, but they need to up their game enormously to have a chance. And I can't see it. If you know, Inter were just too good, too cynical. They just did everything right today.
We're all going to be together, I believe, next week for the return leg of the Manchester City-Real Madrid game. We haven't had a chance to hear your thoughts on the first leg and how that one played out. Anything you'd like to share?
Oh, what a great game of football that was. I mean, for me, they are the best two teams in Europe at the moment. And they didn't disappoint. They have their own styles that are very different in the way they approach a game of football. There's no panic from Real Madrid. They're just there. They can soak up all the pressure. They pass the ball around easy. They don't make it difficult. Whereas Man City, the way they pass the ball around them, the way they move it around, the way they create chances, I mean, that was just a fantastic game of football to watch. And hopefully the game next Wednesday is going to be of similar quality. And whoever wins, will go on and win the Champions League this season. I'm absolutely convinced of that.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
I'll tell you one thing, burning question, I suppose, because as CBS tradition, when we went to Paris for the final, Thierry took us all out to dinner, picked up the check. We're going to be in Manchester. Who does the check fall to? Peter Schmeichel, Micah Richards?
He keeps talking about his trophies.
Even though I wasn't born in England, I'm a Mancunian. Micah is a Yorkshireman. He's not at home there. You know, he's an invader. You have to go back in history and read War of the Roses and all that to understand why he's not a Mancunian and cannot be a Mancunian. But me, as a Dane, growing up in Copenhagen, I can.
Where are you taking us then, Peter? Where are we going?
Yeah,
what are you paying for?
I'm going to consult my social manager, which happens to be my son. He knows every good restaurant in Manchester. I've lost touch. I haven't been there for quite a while, but I'll find a good place.
Okay, so Casper's picking the restaurant. I'm in. Sounds great. Peter, thank you. We look forward to seeing...
Casper instead of you?
Shut up. Peter, we love you. Thank you. See you later.
Later. Bye-bye.
Big week on the road. We're all going on our travels. Road trip. You excited? Milan, you're taking
I'm excited. I can't wait. To be honest, though, I don't know if we're going to get sick of each other.
Why is
that? On the road. It's not like, I get to see you and then I get to go home.
Oh, come on.
We're here for 2-3 days together. I don't know how that's going to be.
Top and tail? No?
Top and tail, he said.
What's the face?
Well, I'm not topping and tailing with nobody.
Oh.
I have a room to myself.
I think we better go.
You got a boyfriend again?
Oh. I tell you, it could be
my gosh.
Matthew Barker!
Yes!
Matthew Barker, top and tail in Manchester.
Listen, CBS Sports Network, we appreciate you for watching. Stay with us on Paramount Plus. Goodbye, CBS
See you in Manchester, Matt.
We're still on. We're still
are
on.
we?
One Paramount Plus. That was just CBS Sports Network. We're saying goodbye. Moving on from Matthew Barker. Pardon?
You did quite quickly.
Yeah. Shut up. Too many people.
Just the one kiss, was it?
Behind the bin.
Behind the bin. He's still there, waiting for you to come back.
So we are going first of all to Milan. We all fly out Tuesday morning. Private jet.
Oh!
That's new.
No, are we getting a PJ, really?
Is it not a private jet? It is a private jet.
Oh, my word.
Who's paying for that?
Thierry.
Whose budget is that coming out of? Are we getting the same fee? If it's coming out of my fee, I don't want it. I'll fly from Manchester.
Then we all fly to Manchester Wednesday morning. We'll be live there. Who you hope, if we could speak to anybody, if we could get somebody to come to the desk, who would it be in each game?
Players or anyone?
Anyone. Are we going to say Maldini and Milan? Is that what you're going to say now?
Baresi and Maldini.
Okay.
The two greatest defenders of all time.
Manchester.
In Manchester. We've had Haaland, haven't we?
You want Pep?
I want Pep.
You want Pep?
Yeah.
Who'd you want?
Grealish.
Oh, who'd you want?
Whatever's great for the show, don't mind. Whatever makes you guys feel good.
Graceful.
No requests.
I'd love Modric.
Oh, Modric would be nice.
That means Real Madrid have won.
You're trying to get brownie points with the Croatian producer of the show.
Well, to be fair, I'm the only one he hasn't had a go at. He had a little pop at you today.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
About what?
What have we got?
Oh, yeah, I did laugh.
He had a pop, did he?
Well, you got told off yesterday. You got told off. There's only me and Thierry who are in the good books.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
We're the only ones who'll still be here next year.
Figures are going to go down. This show about big things.
Hey,
My man,
without
my man.
us.
King, Jaffa.
That's it. We've well and truly run out of things to say this evening. It's been fun with you guys. Thank you very much. That is it for us. Our Champions League coverage does continue, though, now over on the CBS Sports Golasso Network with the Champions Club. So make sure you switch over and you join Poppy Miller, Ian Joy and Mike Brella for that. I'm the bearer of more great news this evening as well. Guess what? The US Open Cup is now on the Golasso Network as well. Ooh. So later on tonight, we've got a double header for you. The first game, FC Cincinnati hosting NYCFC, and then LA Galaxy against the Seattle Sounders. Both of those coming up for you. There is nothing like cup football, so make sure you check that out. Coverage begins on the Golasso Network, 7 p.m. Eastern. We will see you next Tuesday from our private jet in Milan. We can't wait for it, from all of us. Ciao a tutti.
Ciao a tutti.
Absolutely.
Ciao.